love to open it up to Q&A. The one thing I do want to point out is we have a number of people here from educational institutes, from Ringling College of Art and Design, June, Brad, we have Laurie from the Sarasota Screenwriter Circle. Do we have anybody here from State College, from University of Tampa, that sort of thing, that are into film education and media education? No. Anyway, I want to say I know that your students, especially Ringling College students, have been reaching out to us extensively lately about student films. And I think that this is very relevant to them. I think that they're the future generation, as well as some of the young filmmakers that are here now, are going to be the ones that are going to pioneer this for us. Do you see that? Do you see the young teaching the old? And by old, I mean over 30, sorry.
In the industry, there's terms digital natives and digital immigrants. I'd say everyone in this room is a digital immigrant. Our kids or grandkids, they're digital natives, and they are the ones who have a different outlook on technology. We see something and we say, oh, thank you, Apple, this is so cool. And they just see it and say, well, of course, this is my birthright. I'm supposed to have this. So they approach things in a very, why not fashion, whereas we're like, let's tinker with this, hack this, and build something new. They're just constantly thinking, well, why can't it work like that? And when they come into business, whether it's the enterprise or film, they have preset expectations on things like social media, on things like mobile, use of mobile, and what you're talking about, multi-channel media. There's actually a term being bandied about now called an omni-channel, which goes even further than multi-channel. It said we have to carry an experience across multiple channels. Because in a single day, and this would have been one of my slides if I projected, but I will send this to everyone. During a typical day, you interact with different media throughout the day, but the experiences are disjointed. And more so, the digital natives have a belief that they should not be disjointed. They expect a seamless experience from when they wake up, look at their iPhone, take a shower, turn on the TV, get to work, sit down at their computer, go to lunch, do something with a tablet. You get the picture. So omni-channel is about creating that seamless experience, whereas multi-channel is creating, across multiple channels. I read a while back that Hollywood is actually looking to Bollywood because Bollywood is so profitable and so efficient with movie making that Hollywood can actually learn a lot more from it. So there's the artistic side, and then there's the business side, and where those meet, there's friction. So.
We've been combining music with film for years and all kinds of ways to brand any project before we had the multimedia and before we had so many avenues. So now there's just more of everything because there's more outlets and there's more ways to get sold and get seen. It's just from your perspective, being younger people in the digital media world, how do you determine what you think is marketable amongst the young people? How do you determine the type of content you want to make that you think is going to sell in this new outcoming market?
One of the services that my firm provides that I think differentiates us from everyone else who's jumping into mobile, which is everyone's getting into mobile these days, website designers, application, desktop application developers. You have to. Mobile's the future, so everyone's getting into it. What a lot of these firms lack is an understanding of mobile strategy. And a mobile strategy really starts with the consumer or the user. And it's, as you said, determining who are your users, what is relevant to you, and then go about the content creation as opposed to saying, here's my website, here's my idea for an application, push it out there. And it's not a broadcast model. You can't do that. It's really starting with the target audience. How you do that? Well, that depends on the target audience. If I ask what devices you have in this room, I don't know, maybe 20-30% have smartphones, the rest might have feature phones. If we went over to Ringling, it would probably be 99% have smartphones, 1% have feature phones. And the capabilities of those technology platforms are completely different. So understanding your target audience, not just from a behavior standpoint, but also from what kind of technology they possess, will give you some confines when defining your content.
Is there a way to do, get more sharing from our audience all over the world? Saudi Arabia, Germany, all over the world. We have 300 million horses out there, potential audience. Is there a way to incentivize those people to share our website, to create something? Is there a way that we put it out there, like all of a sudden, oh, we love it, it's the newest thing, it's fun, but is there a way to make somebody in Saudi Arabia interactively more excited about telling people about it?
You can certainly pay bloggers and incentivize people to share your content, but you did state you want to make money, not lose money. So I would not recommend that. What you may want to look at is the findability of your content. Who's coming to your content? Why? How are they coming to your content? And then work with someone who does social media strategy to build a strategy that will find the if you've read The Tipping Point, you've got people who really push things out further than anyone else, and you need to identify who those people are, and they will share it without being incentivized because they will have an interest in your content as opposed to someone that you may have to give some money to.
Okay, my question has to do with content viewers and the content that you're putting on the mobile webisodes versus webisodes. What's the attention span of viewers? You're talking about putting on feature films, maybe short films, and those are pretty long. I know that I have a YouTube channel. One of the videos is 9 minutes long and has over 1 million views, and one's 12 minutes, and it's half of those views. So what is the average viewing time? Does it differ on a mobile device as it does to a laptop or a video?
It absolutely does. That's actually part of the presentation I was going to give, but since I'm not giving it, some of the content's here and not here. There's a study done by a company called Uyala, which is an online, basically distribution network for web video. And using the data from their own facilities, they've issued a study that breaks down across desktop, mobile, tablet, and connected TV devices. And feature length or 10 minutes or more content, connected TV devices dominates. I mean, it's like 80% of the viewership is through those devices. Tablets, you still have a good share of 10 minutes or more, and then the flip side of that is under a minute. Those two content lengths tend to dominate on the tablet. Mobile has a pretty even mix, strangely enough, mobile being handsets, between things over 10 minutes, things from 3 to 6 minutes, and things under a minute. It tends to divide evenly. And then desktop actually performs pretty low for anything over a minute, which was a bit shocking to me. But the study has tons of statistics like that. I'll be happy to share the study itself, as well as I said I will produce a video which delves into this more. I do that as well. We just had some Argentine guests at our house, and I was able to pull some Argentine films off of YouTube on my phone and just throw them to television. But that's the same context if you're watching television. You're sitting on your couch. Whereas usually when you think of mobile handset viewership, you're thinking of mobile context, someone on the go, sitting in the back of a room or waiting for a bus. And those two contexts are different. So I would probably classify what Jody was describing when you stream content to a television as a connected device, a over-the-top device. You are using your mobile handset to do it, but I would still say that's watching television.
But doesn't that defeat the purpose of it being a mobile device and watching it on the go?
Yeah, that's kind of my point, is that it's not watching it in the mobile context. It's still the television context, the lean forward context, as some people describe it, as opposed to the mobile context. But it does go a little bit further with mobile because you are pulling it. You are searching for it, you're finding it through your mobile device, and you're pulling it to you. So I'd say it's maybe in the middle.